And joining us now is Mayra Flores, the former Congresswoman out of Texas and now candidate for a congressional seat in Texas District 34. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to have this conversation with you.
Definitely. Thank you so much for joining us. The question is, why decide to throw your hat back into the ring of politics?
Well, no one has worked harder in South Texas, in Texas District 34, than Team Myra. So I owe it to the people of Texas 34. I owe it to my amazing, hardworking team, and to myself. We got to finish what we started back in 21. We made history in 22. I became the first Mexican born Congresswoman ever elected in history in 2022. We flipped a district that had not been flipped in over 150 years. Unfortunately, redistricting hurt us tremendously. The district that we won, it was only a district that Biden had won by 4 points, but then the redistricting made it a district where Biden had won it by 15 points. And so, unfortunately, we lost our reelection by 2 points. But if they wouldn't have messed it up with redistricting, this would be our third term. And when I saw that President Trump and the president administration got involved with the Texas legislators and encouraged them to do redistricting again and to do a redistricting that is more of a representation of what Texas looks like. And they did the right thing. And now we have the path to victory. Now our district is very similar to the district that I served in Congress back in 2022. So no one has worked harder than us. So we got to finish what we started back in 2021.
Yeah, it's awesome. And it's great to see those campaign signs out there. God, family, country. That's what it's all about. It's common
Amen.
sense, isn't it?
That is all it's about. At the end of the day, I would not be here without God, my faith in Him, and my amazing family. They motivate me every day. And this amazing country, it's the greatest country in the world. There is no country like the United States of America where someone like myself at 6 years old comes to the United States legally, works in the cotton fields alongside her parents, becomes a respiratory care practitioner. I'm a mother and becomes a member of Congress. Those things only happen in the United States of America. And I owe it to this country to make sure that the American dream stays alive. The American dream, was there for me. I want that American dream for my children, our children, and future generations. So I owe it to this amazing country not to never give up.
And that's exactly what it is, a success story when someone comes to the country legally. And that's
Legally.
what we want people to do legally, of course. Now, your thoughts about how President Trump and the team has handled, ICE deportations and the sealing of the border and all of that.
Well, we've seen a huge difference here in South Texas ever since President Trump came into office. Prior to President Trump, we were seeing thousands and thousands of people every single day cross illegally into our country. And what people need to understand is that there's nothing compassionate about illegal immigration. It funds a terrorist organization, the Mexican cartel. They have no respect for human life. They kill, they rape women and children, men as well. They have no respect for no one. So when you cross illegally into this country, that is who you are funding. And so we got to focus on legal immigration. And President Trump put an end to that. He secured the border. We have not seen thousands of people crossing illegally into our country. He's focused on now deporting all those that crossed illegally into our country under the Biden administration. Lots of people with horrible criminal backgrounds cross illegally into this country that have taken the lives of American people. So those people need to be prioritized and be deported immediately. President Trump is just enforcing the laws. He hasn't created a new law. He's just enforcing the law, allowing our Border Patrol agents, our customs, our ICE agents to do their job and enforce the laws that members of Congress passed. I
Exactly.
mean, I don't know why the Democrat Party, members of Congress in the Democrat Party are so upset at our ICE agents when they're just enforcing the laws that they put in place. If they don't like what our ICE agents are doing, then change the law. It's that simple. But do not instill hate in the American people because at the end of the day, they set the example. And the American people Well, on the left, the far left, are seeing that they're instilling hate towards our men and women that are just protecting our country. So that just adds more gasoline in the fire. And that's why we're seeing so much protest against our ICE agents, and many of them have been attacked. Their families as well have been threatened. It's a disgrace, because at the end of the day, these men and women are doing their job.
Exactly. It's all that indoctrination on the far left that is, to your point, adding gasoline to that fire. But we're happy to see the National Guard and others out there
Yes,
just doing their jobs, law enforcement, law and order.
that's simple.
Yeah, and before I let you go, your thoughts about securing our elections, the importance of that. No more mail-in ballots. Let's just do paper ballots, hand counted, all that, right?
I would have won my election actually in 2024. I lost because of the mail-in ballots. And I saw firsthand how the elderly were manipulated with the mail-in ballots. I would go to the elderly daycares and ask, "Who did you vote for? Have you voted?" They're like, "I did go vote, but I don't remember who I voted for. They helped me fill out the ballot, but
Mm.
I don't know who they they put on, but I would love to go back and vote for you." I saw it firsthand how the elderly, especially the elderly, are manipulated. And so, no, we got to stop that. And we need voter ID. We need voter ID. I mean, we need an ID to travel, to go to the bank, for everything. We have to use an ID. I mean, in Mexico, you cannot vote without an ID. So why is it racist in America
Yeah.
to use an ID to vote? It's these people are just out of touch, and just so disconnected. They will do whatever to stay in power, to push their far left agenda that is destroying this country. Because at the end of the day, the biggest threat is the far left. These are people that were born and raised here, that hate America, that do not want to see this country prosper. And they are my biggest concern, because they were born and raised here, and yet they hate this country so much.
We look forward to calling you a congresswoman once again. Mayra Flores, thank you so much for joining
Amen.
us here on RSBN.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
You too.